Hey guys, welcome back to XDA TV. We're here at DroidCon UK 2016 and with Chet Haase. I mean, we are with, yeah, it's right there actually.
I've never seen this guy. Somehow he's never in the room when I am.
He's always very hard to find. That's one of the other things. And if you do find him, there's always a queue just lining up to ask questions. So thank you very much for giving us some time.
Or to hit him, I'm not sure. Sure.
But we have some, basically it's been a really busy first day at DroidCon. It was amazing, a lot of great speakers. You keyed off today with the keynote in the beginning of the day. How was that for you? How was the keynote this morning?
Oh, it was great, except for the fact that like the night of the first day, people tend to go out and probably have a little too much to drink and stay out very late. And so it's always sort of a slow start to the second day.
It is.
I think people woke up by the end of the talk anyway.
As far as if you guys probably haven't had a chance to see this yet, but by the time you get some of the pictures and a lot of tweets and everything that was covered here, it was packed. Even the overflow rooms were packed. And there was a lot of discussion as far as some of the subjects, or at least the main subject you had, which is what's new in Android.
Yep.
So as far as the discussion and the talk that you had, what is the major things that you brought into the discussion?
So we usually do these What's New in Android talk. It's really great when you can talk about the new stuff that's in a major release that just came out.
Yep.
Nougat came out recently. On the other hand, in the past couple of releases, we've gotten pretty good at getting previews out there early on so that developers can play with it and we can get feedback and we can alter the APIs and the implementation so that the thing that we finally ship is as good as it can be.
Yes.
But that also means that people have known what's in N since last spring.
Yes.
So me doing a talk about what's new in N would not have been interesting for anybody in the room, me included, right? So what we did instead is didn't talk about the N release, but we talked about stuff that's come out since N. So that included stuff in Google Play Services, it included really recent tools releases, which were pretty huge, and it included the 7.1 release, which just came out last week. So a couple of new API features there, and then also a couple of large support library releases that have come out just last week as well as over the summertime.
So that's a lot of the different things that you guys have realized. That's true. We've had access to N for quite some time in developer previews. We even actually, I think, have now N for 7.1.1 developer preview on the Nexus devices that was released recently. So if you haven't had a chance to check it out, or if you don't have a Pixel device, make sure you check it out. But a lot of the development talks that were covered today and yesterday are to help developers. So maybe in your own word, if we can help us, just maybe a message to developers and in the sense of what do you think is the hardest part of developing for Android? What would you say is like the best way to kind of help them out?
I wouldn't say hardest part, and I wouldn't say Android specifically. I would say it's important to understand the platforms that you're writing for. So there's a diverse array of devices out there with a diverse set of capabilities, and one of the things that we've seen applications get into over time is you keep adding more and more capabilities, and especially if you're developing on the latest greatest device. So if you get a Pixel phone and you use that as your dev device, then you're using top of the line hardware, and you're not necessarily seeing the experience of your application that your users are. So it's important to actually develop against a lower end device, maybe with less memory, work on a slower network, whatever you can do to make sure that your application is actually going to be as good as it can be on more limited and constrained hardware, because that is still a problem in the wide world, that we're running on these small things, right?
Yes.
It's not unlimited resources, not unlimited network bandwidth, and so the capability to take that into account as you write your application and to actually tune your performance and capabilities accordingly. So cache the data locally if you need to make sure that you're not constantly sucking down these images over a unlimited Wi-Fi network that may not exist.
Exactly.
Work on your performance to make sure that you're not stuttering as you fling your list along because you're constantly binding new views or creating new views or creating garbage along the way that you don't have to. So like getting performance to the point where it needs to be, where your application flies across the whole array of devices, I think is the most important thing.
So definitely make sure that you're looking at the market that you're going to deploy your application. Look at the audience, the user, and like you said, maybe the latest and greatest may not be always the best place to only test, but you should test it across an array of different platforms from a lower end, low memory. Also keeping in mind data usage and storage. So make sure that you use it there. And then if you have an opportunity to check out more stuff here at DroidCon, we had a great talk today at day 2. There's going to be more things from us at XDA. Please keep it with us. Thank you very much for giving us some time out of your day.
All right.
And we'll talk to you guys soon. Like and subscribe as usual, and we'll see you guys in the next video.
Thanks.
Thank you.